Life presents us with many paths. Some are tempting, promising ease and instant gratification. Yet they often lead to emptiness. God's path is different. It calls us to a higher purpose, one filled with meaning and lasting joy. This path may have challenges, but it also holds the greatest rewards. Choose God's path, for it leads to true fulfillment. The world tells us to chase success, fame, and possessions. But God calls us to seek something deeper: love, kindness, and generosity. When we align our hearts with His desires, we discover a life of true abundance. It's a life rich in purpose, overflowing with love, and filled with the peace that surpasses all understanding. Choose God's path, not because it's easy, but because it's right. Choose it because it leads to a life of purpose, joy, and eternal significance. Choose it because it leads you closer to the heart of God, the source of all love and goodness. We may not always see immediate results when we choose God's path, but we can be confident that He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating blessings in our lives. Faith is about trusting in God's goodness, even when we don't understand His plan. Every act of kindness, every prayer whispered, every step taken in faith is a seed sown in fertile ground. Even when we can't see it, God is causing those seeds to grow. He is working in our lives, bringing forth a harvest of blessings in His perfect timing. Keep believing, keep hoping, keep trusting. God sees your faithfulness, and He will reward you openly. He is a good God who desires to pour out His blessings upon you. Open your heart to receive His love and provision. The principle of karma is often misunderstood. It is not about punishment or revenge. Instead, it is a reflection of God's perfect justice and love. When we live in alignment with God's will, when we choose love and kindness, we are aligning ourselves with the flow of His blessings. Every good deed, every act of compassion creates positive energy that flows back to us. Conversely, negative actions create a ripple effect, leading to consequences that ultimately lead us away from God's peace. This is not punishment, but a natural consequence of our choices. Live a life of love, sow seeds of kindness and compassion. Trust that God, in His infinite wisdom, will ensure that you reap what you sow. Embrace the principle of karma not as a threat, but as a beautiful expression of God's love and justice. Misaligned, not mistaken. We all make mistakes. We stumble and fall short of God's glory. But God doesn't see our shortcomings as failures. He views them as opportunities for growth and redirection. Our sins are not labels that define us, but misalignments that we can correct. When we sin, we are like a compass needle that has strayed from true north. We may feel lost and disoriented, but God's love acts as a powerful magnet, drawing us back to Him. He longs to forgive us, to restore us, and to set our feet back on solid ground. Don't let guilt or shame keep you from God's loving embrace. He is always ready to forgive, always ready to heal, always ready to guide you back to His path. Turn to Him with a repentant heart and experience the transformative power of His grace. Abundance awaits. God desires for us to live lives filled with abundance. Abundance of joy, peace, love, and purpose. This abundance is not about material wealth, although God can certainly provide that too. It's about experiencing the fullness of life that comes from knowing and serving Him. When we surrender our lives to God, He opens doors that we could never open ourselves. He brings favor, provision, and opportunities for growth beyond our wildest dreams. He guides our steps and empowers us to live extraordinary lives. Trust in God's plan for your life. Believe that He has your best interests at heart. Step out in faith, knowing that He will provide everything you need to fulfill your God-given destiny. Trials build trust. Life is not without its challenges. We will face storms, experience setbacks, and encounter obstacles along the way. But we must remember that God uses these trials to strengthen our faith and draw us closer to Him. Just as a weightlifter grows stronger by lifting heavier weights, our faith grows stronger as we overcome adversity. Every challenge we face, every obstacle we overcome, deepens our trust in God and increases our capacity to receive His blessings. When you face difficulties, don't lose heart. Remember that God is with you, strengthening you, and empowering you to overcome. He will never leave you, nor forsake you. Paradise found. Paradise is not just a distant destination, but a reality we can experience here and now. When we choose God's path, we invite His presence into our lives, transforming our hearts and bringing heaven to earth. We experience a foretaste of the eternal paradise that awaits us. As we grow in our relationship with God, we discover that paradise is not a place, but a state of being. It is the peace that surpasses all understanding, the joy that knows no bounds, the love that casts out all fear. Keep your eyes fixed on God, follow His guidance, live a life of love, kindness, and faith, and He will lead you to a paradise both in this life and the next, a place of unimaginable beauty and everlasting joy.